Hello everybody. I'm back. I'm washed up. And well, not completely. My washedness was somewhat exaggerated for the purposes of content. I actually did win a side event, so I don't feel too bad, but it's your favorite washed up content creator, Dullbob, here back to play more Netrunner. I'm going to try and avoid talking about the negative thoughts I have about the ban list and try to focus on the positives that I get to build new decks. Like everyone else. Hello Brennan. Always good to see you first in the chat. Your reflexes are fantastic. Hello Rob. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. This is exciting. R plus back in time for the UK based Euros. Yes. So, if you guys were worried that not everyone was going to be playing NBN, to be clear, NBN was already actually kind of fine. Nebula was becoming better and better as people figured it out, and it actually had a place in the meta, and Epiphany was legitimately strong. But those decks are kind of boring and weird. So now we get to do really fast NBN stuff. Now, it doesn't fix the problem. The generalist NBN card pool, as in like the cards you want to be doing if you want to be just like a generally strong and efficient deck, all kind of suck. The reason why NBN was not widely played was not actually because they didn't have a good idea, although they didn't have a good idea. It was largely that like they didn't have any cards that did anything. And this doesn't really fix that problem, but it is so completely cracked. This text is so insane, and the fact that the 40 card ID is so insane that it might not even matter. We might just be so good that like all these average cards are now good. It's, yeah. Not been on a live stream before, just enjoying your videos. Well, lovely. I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. Ben says, I love how we got like 6 GameNet support cards and no one is willing to play it still. Yeah, no, GameNet still sucks. That was my call when I saw all of the weird GameNet support that came in Vantage Point. Hold on, let me turn on my supplementary light so I look a bit more human. And like, yeah, it's still bad. It doesn't do anything. It requires the runner to like make it work for you, and credits are not really enough to win the game if you're NBN. NBN doesn't have like big deal, right? It doesn't have combos. It doesn't have much right now. It's all got its tags and tag punishment, and this is going to make giving the tags a lot easier to do. But I actually don't really know how to build this. Now, I had it pointed out. I said in a previous video that I don't know much about Reality Plus because I didn't play with it very much, because I'm a newer player as far as in the scale of Netrunner players. I'm only been playing for like 2 years. This got banned shortly after I started playing. I had it pointed out to me that I won a tournament where this was legal, and I've played against it in tournament and won. That is true. But I was playing Banhar Steve, which kind of doesn't look too much at my opponent's text. I'm more focusing on kind of just mogging them. So let's figure this out. Let's have a look at decklist with his cards to get a good starting point for just like what are people doing with this? What do people like to use this for? Now this is going to be a lot of Eternal, I assume, but even that could be useful to see. This one here looks like it's standard actually, and it's doing double big deal. This is what I mean, like NBN doesn't have its own win conditions right now. It's got Hollow Man. That's kind of it. So you have to import them, and it's doing Cloud Eater, I guess, is a tag card as the influence, and a Bvan, because also another thing NBN doesn't have is Ice. Their Ice is all really ass. And then, yeah, so how are we winning? We got 6 points, and we're just big dealing 2 of them. Seems suspect. We had backroom machinations for the last one. Okay, so we get to 7 with via backroom machinations. Yeah, alright. Like, I don't know. I don't think you have an easy way to get the big deals back, and you don't have a great plan B. You got a shipment. What are we doing? So shipment is like, if they're floating tags, we don't need the big deals. But if they just don't do anything, we need to big deal twice and back with machinations. So I think this doesn't work, because if the runner just literally doesn't do anything, we can't win. No one expects 3x Cloud Eater, it's perfect. I do think there's something to like the Unleash lists that might be running Cloud Eater. Hey Griffin. Because like you need a tag punishment thing, and if it's shipment, that's fine, but you need to kind of build your deck so it's not leaning on shipment, because shipment needs 2 tags, which means it doesn't really do too much. So much cost, so little economy. Yeah, this is deck is saying that we can actually afford to spend 32 credits on big deals and also be doing everything else. And I'm not sure if that's true. I don't like this. I think this is not going to work. Let's have a look at what other people are doing. This one 2021, and it says hyper velocity, which is kind of the vibe what I'd be going for. I'd be trying to build these decks as quickly as possible. Big deal R plus is SBT intended. Don't think too much about SBT's intentions. You'll give yourself a migraine. Okay, so this is a Neurospike list. That's awesome. So we've got orbitals. I actually think orbitals makes a lot of sense in R+. I'm not just saying that just because it says gives tags, but like MBN agendas are another thing that is pretty ass. A lot of them are situational and awkward and weird. Like, let's just create a new corp deck here so I can display my options. MBM, and we're doing I suppose it's not going to show here for me right now because it's a standard, but if I say other, all, MBN Reality Plus. Yeah, okay, so this is just showing me standard cards. That's good. Like, I don't want to play Witch Hunt. It says tag on the card, but this is not going to work for us. I think this is bad, because if they steal it early, then they get the bag pub, and anything that we're doing with assets or ice is just going to be a wash with the bad pub. It's not going to work. Tomorrow's headline, yeah, obviously we're doing that. Stoke, I can't really imagine like us being able to use this. This is just an agenda we're basically not allowed to put in our deck. Remastered is maybe we have to. Post-truth is fine. Oracle is like, in a 40 card deck, these are hard to slot. Bigger decks, you slot them. I think you have to consider not doing it because you only get so many slots in a 44 card deck. Next big thing is another one where it's like, it's fine, it's okay, but I don't think anyone's like socks are blown off by next big thing. Kingmaking, it's like, it's weird. It requires me to work for it. I don't know. Freedom, yeah, okay, freedom, an amount of freedoms work, but again, it forces you to do a certain thing. Embedded is like a blank 3-2. Maybe it's not a blank 3-2 and you actually get some value out of it in R+, possibly. And crypto is kind of just good. So like, of all these agendas, only like 3 of them are just good. No idea why Sphere was unbanned. Yeah, they hate me. The answer is that they hate me specifically. It wasn't for anyone else. It was to cause me anguish. The second half of Witch Hunt is simply terrible. Yeah, like, you don't really feel it as much when you're playing the decks that run Witch Hunt, which is just the bad pub EdTech deck. So like, because they get the card and they feel good about it, and they're not really taxing you on your runs anyway, because they take so much bad pub that your runs and assets and trash and stuff are all free regardless. But in any other deck, if this gets stolen early, and it's a lot easier to steal an agenda early than it is to score an agenda early, like, one bad pub is a big swing, and you can't just let the runner like jailbreak R&D and get a bad pub. It's just not acceptable, I think. King-making think tanks. Yeah, it's a way to just like score a bunch of agendas without like having to work too hard for it. So it's possible that that's a win con we can push towards. It's not great, it's fine. But we can start with the obvious, right? Like, let's do. Well, we should get an idea of like what MB index actually work, because I don't know. So this one is a standard idea that. What is this? System gateway only. Okay, so this is not going to be the power level that we're looking for. We should be better than system gateway only. Tuno has a 2024 list that could be worth looking at. This ice suite is all still perfectly legal. It's a false lead deck running snares and end of the lines. Now we could do this. We could do this, and this might be what we need to do. And just like, how do we score out? You just don't score out with this list, I guess, because you have the false leads. Now, we don't get to run false lead anymore, but almost everything else here is acceptable. No false lead and no Arius is a big change from the last time R+ was legal. Yeah, that's true. We used to have Ares, the miserable tag, one tag per turn. Although that wasn't in this list, so it's possible that we could make this work. This one loses a lot less easily because it's got the degree mills, which require a big tempo hit from the runner to steal, and has false lead as a much better win con. But I think, I don't know if I want to start with a vegan list. Maybe I start with a kill list. So let's take this idea. Ping, VSAs, and unsmiling seem acceptable. And when I say vegan, I mean like non-kill. It doesn't mean that you don't run tag punishment, it's just the tag punishment is not the damage ones. So this one's on one end of the line, one pivot, two mindscaping. Let's just try that. I think it seems reasonable enough. Oops, not Hudson Mine, so that is a good card also. This might be hard to win with, but we can... Caveat emptor isn't the same. No, caveat emptor is not the same. Yeah, but the lack of false leads mean that like guaranteed sticking a tag off tempo is going to be hard to do. End of the line. Snares is now bite. Two of these. And then our other influences on. It's nice that we don't have to import Spin Doctor so that we can put so much influence in our decks. It's kind of wild to play with. Pivot was the and then they're just floating an imp here? Sure. Okay. And then for money, they were doing YDLs and attitude adjustments. I think we're not allowed to do attitude adjustments, so we can just do 3 YDLs. They were doing 2 Amazes and 2 Hollow Man so that you have a scoring option, and I think that seems reasonable. What else do we have here? Beholds 1 Gaslight, 2 Behold. Obviously they have Vashida, which is pretty good, but we're not allowed Vashida. My roommate and I tried to make an R+ list when the ban list dropped and ran into the problem of having to play NBN cards. We weren't sure what you meant to do. Yeah, that is the crash out is like, oh wait, like this faction was not seeing little play because the IDs were bad. Actually, they've got some good IDs. They've got Nebula and Epiphany, both good IDs. The real issue is that like the cards all kind of don't do anything. And they printed a bunch more that also don't do anything. Remember Paywall? Like, come on. Nihilo agent, like just complete ass. Now I want to do 3 oppos. Is there 3 oppos in here? Yeah, 3 oppos makes a lot of sense. I think. I suppose probably hedge funds. I think we have to. They're on no. Are they on hedge funds? They're not on hedge funds. We might have to be on hedge funds because we need to accept a lower standard. I think 2 Vegos makes a lot of sense because we need something to. You don't put in the number there. You need something to like kind of push them to like, you should probably trash this to prevent me from getting infinite money. Nihilo agent is maybe okay in R+. I don't think so. I think it's really bad. I think if you should not have to work that hard to give them a tag on your turn, and the upside of them, like if they just trash it, they get to keep the bad pub if you're giving them the tag on the turn that you play it, and that is not acceptable. Straight up, like you get to you get 1 credit, assuming you're playing it uniced. You get a credit and give them a tag for your card. They have to spend 2 and clear the tag in exchange for a bad pub. That's actually a pretty good deal for them. So I think it's bad. Predictives. A number of predictives is going to make some sense, I think. We need to figure out our agenda suite. We're not allowed an especially good one. Crypto Crash could help us out. Are we stink tanking? We might need to put an amount of stink tanks in. Embedded reporting can fetch agendas, and that might be a premium effect. Next big thing can fix our hand, so we can put a number of next big things in there. And then like we need 1 more point. Is that what I'm seeing? Maybe we swap an embedded for a next big thing and just have 3 next big things. That's probably fine, right? Probably not the easiest set of agendas to steal in the world. It's acceptable. It's probably acceptable. What else do we have in here? We need 5 more cards. Obviously hedge funds are an acceptable one. More ice could be totally fine. Like 1 fun house could be huge. Just like that sounds pretty useful. And then 3 hedge fund, or even public trail could technically work, but public trail, Mindscape again to the line. But maybe just 3 hedgies. And yeah, is this our deck? The idea being, have we put our beholds in? How many beholds was Tuno on? Tuno wanted 2 beholds. Meaning we can go down to like 2 hedgies. Probably not as many 3-ofs as I want on the list, but maybe this is fine. Let's just do this. Make it a bit nicer. Maybe we're just not on hedge funds. And we should instead do like a tempo. Any 1 influence assets that I would want. Like powers maybe. Don't like next big thing. I mean, I don't like it either, but we need to run a 3-pointer, otherwise our deck is just full of agendas. It's a bad card. Well, it's not a terrible card. It's a pretty bad card, but it can dig through our deck to find our punishment and our tag giving stuff, which is all okay. Cheeky Let Them Dream. Low key, a Let Them Dream could be okay. We could even run multiple Let Them Dreams, but we'd have to cut some influence. 1 Let Them Dream must be pretty bad for the soul, right? Like it can't be great numbers if I'm running 2 next big things. Like if I'm 3 next big things. If I'm running 2 next big things, 3 embedded, and a Let Them Dream over the Oracle. Yeah, I think one Let Them Dream is like the worst number of Let Them Dreams. Although the card is so good that maybe it's just like fine. Okay, we're doing one more card. We should probably just make a 2 of into a 3 of. Screw it, we're doing 3x Behold. And we can figure this out after some testing. What do we call this one? Any good ideas? Off-brand Juno kill R+. And then we shove it in. Yeah, gosh, I'm so bad at building MBN decks. I'm so bad. Save one for the Lord, yeah. Set one aside for Jesus. Live. New ban list. I've set it to standard. We're not doing standard, we're doing casual. I don't know when the JNet updates to be the new ban list, but whatever. Cool, this is all correct. Let's save a replay so we can look at whatever we did wrong. Create. Next big thing is better than Sam, and you need a 3-pointer for Oppo. I mean, you just need 3 pointers, otherwise your agenda density gets very weird. It's nice for Oppo. It has better text than Sam for us, because our ice is dirt cheap to res. And like, what are we resing a ping with Sam? No way. Greasy Thumb, very good. Barry Baz, let's go. Glory and Conflict, let's go. Is this hand good? This hand seems pretty good, actually. Keep. I don't really know what I'm doing, so we're gonna figure this out together. They also capped. I could install and res Spin Doctor, which is going to put me up to 7 cards so that I can play YDL ping on HQ. Your Digital Life. Ping on HQ. Not bad. Res ping. I'd love to res ping. Probably going to draw 2 with this. Steal or trash, steal or trash, steal or trash. Breaches and access is an unseen card. Lame. You're more than welcome to trash the Spin Doctor if you want to. This seems extremely suspect to do. Okay, thank you. Sounds good to me. Let's put this on HQ maybe. Credit, clear tag, clear tag. Ooh, class act off the open market. Credit's very classy. They are going to really struggle to pull themselves out of this hole, though. Let's just draw 3 cards. And we can toss a predictive maybe. The rest of these I like. Okay, so they're not interacting. I'm going to res this, move it across, and let's just score this Oracle. And then just take 2 so that I can oppo next turn. I'll just say take 1 because I've spent 2 clicks. Now if they want to come get this Hollow Man, they're more than welcome to. Damn, this is such a ridiculous amount of tag. This feels so cruel. This feels evil. And now you're tagged again. I'm not sure that we miss R+ as much as we thought that we did, hey? Now how do I score out more points? I could get my Hollow Man back in the deck, perhaps. I kind of don't want to score this NBT just yet. We're pleasantly surprised that Reality Plus consistently created fun and engaging matchups on both sides of the table with the current standard card pool. Yeah, aren't you guys pleasantly surprised right now? You aren't feeling pleasantly surprised? I'm pleasantly surprised. Oof, installing daily casts into this is tough. Well, I guess they're not immediately tagged, right? Oh, they need money somehow. Let's just take a load of money. And I don't think I want to score this NBT just yet, so we'll spin it away. Could be wrong to do that. Also, we're threat 3 now, so Big Oppo is a very reasonable play if they do basically anything. I could score out Oracle. It's fine. Funhouse R&D maybe. Yeah, and no free lunch is very nice for them. I guess I don't have a way to like force tags that well, but I can just score points. And I don't think bite is the answer to my problems right now. Maybe predictive is a bit average right now. Don't want to empty this Vego. If they trash it now, it's not good equity for them. They'll spend a click and 3, and it turns on my Oppo. If they trash this, perfectly okay. And we've gotten basically enough money to win the game now, I think. Almost. Kurapira transfer. This transfer is going to do very little. Because I get 2 credits. I'll gain 2. I'd love to spend 4 to use Bite's ability. Okay, they're down to 1 card in hand, 6 credits. Let's... I could just take 6 off Regolith and Big Oppo. Are you engaged yet? Funhouse advance twice with the... Yeah, I mean, that would be good too. Okay, so now they're just dead to double Mindscaping. Well, I was pleasantly surprised by how fun and engaging that was. Should Bite have triggered R+? I'd already gotten it because they took a tag off of their transfer of wealth. So that was actually the second tag of the turn. So yeah, missed value, but also like it's a pretty crushing Bite to hit. 5 cards, one of them was a Behold, one of them was a Bite. It's tough. Okay, well that felt great. That felt good. Like obviously there's a problem in scoring out, but and we can't just say that like we can run shipment from Vlad, because if we tag them, we should be killing them. So we have to have like Hollow Man and stuff as the non-tag route. I'll start going back to English UK. I want US keyboard for typing purposes. Live new banners. Pivot felt slightly more awkward than maybe it needed to. Like that was 3 influence that was feeling bad in our hand, but also not that bad. Like it was going to be our end of the line if we needed it. Crim's running lie low now. Yeah, it doesn't really fix the issues. If the opponent gets in a financial hole, they're in trouble. Yeah. We shouldn't trash an early spin mostly. Yeah, that was, I think, a play that allowed us just to get rolling way too fast and put 0 real pressure on us. So I don't... There are times when you should trash early spins, but it's more for decks that are like threatening something dastardly with it. Like protecting a Regenesis with a Res Spin Doctor in Alco and Melius can be a real issue, because it can constrict your clicks on meaningful turns, and it can make it risky plays way safer. But R+, they Res a Spin Doctor, you can't be turning on Oppo and spending 2 to prevent them from shuffling something into the deck. Like it's no biggie. What are the tag removal options for runners? There's actually quite a few interesting ones. Protheseus pointed out Solidarity Badge, Hannah, Basic Action, No Free Lunch, all good options. There's also stuff like Underdome Irregulars can remove tags. A lot of people never use that tags, but it technically can. Vic is another answer. Vic text is good at removing tags, but only 1, so not great against big Oppo, but actually a lot of the time R+ I feel like those small Oppos. What are the good options? Lie low is like a pretty ass one, unfortunately. Valentina? Anyone can run Valentina. That's actually a 0 influence neutral card, would you believe that? Yeah, it's actually not limited to the Seb faction. But yeah, I guess the most premium one I think is still like No Free Lunch, because the opportunity cost of running it is pretty low. It's just 3 credits in some matchups, and it's some of the most useful timing to do a tag removal if R pluses end up running something like what's it called, public trail, and trying to do like force the tag rather than just get it off of tempo. Wow, this hand is unbelievably bad. Mulligan, please. Well, many people in here today. I think Lilo is a halfway okay Shaper card. Wrong. That's a terrible Shaper card. It's the last thing I would want to see in any Shaper hand. I've had games versus R plus where Valentina's made 20 plus credits. Wow. What are we doing here? I could just draw and then ice centrals twice. I could draw YDL, ping on HQ to play around Chastushka, and then we're gaming. Now I need to present threats, because if you don't present threats against Essa, you just passively lose. And you won't even realize why. So I'm going to maybe actually use this ice to protect a agenda and just start winning. 2 off the top is totally fine because I have the spin in hand and I like my hand quite a lot. VSA and Behold, okay. Do you predict a lot of R+, and do you predict the decks will be competitive? I do predict a lot of R+. I do predict there will be some competitive decks using it, yeah. We lose Abyssay, which makes sense, you're never going to use this. And Revolver? Is this a simul ship deck maybe, or would you throw away 2 Breakers? One, two, 3. I want to get going on these embeddeds, because if we don't present winning threats, then they can just slam centrals and not have a care in the world. You are really poor, but you do have Ghost Tongue down, so I think it would be kind of a bait to give you money here. Maybe? They're going from 0 to 6 is very pleasant, and they do have the Nuka, so the card draw is actually less useful than it usually is. So usually I just say give the money. In this case, even with the Ghost Tongue, which changes the math quite a lot. Okay, I can throw away this. I think I want the VSA back in. Could be really useful against this deck. Okay, they're on 8 out of 3 hand sides. I've already taken a core damage. Wildcat's a fun card. I like Wildcat a lot. Wildcat is sweet. Do I want to gain 2 or do I want to draw 2? Probably draw 2. I think I could draw money. They're going to overdraw a lot here, especially if they clear the tag, which they probably do want to do. Ooh, the 5 credit creative is really nice. Maybe I should have taken money because I wanted to score this embedded. Well, my hand sucks, but I don't want to just overdraw 2 cards, so I'm going to just play some of them. They don't know. Trash some cards. I think Behold on HQ is not seeing much use anytime soon. And I lost a Mindscaping. I was installing Marrow. Do I want to draw 2 or gain 2? Drawing 2 could find me my tag punishment. Gaining 2 could make me afford my tag punishment. Let's draw 2. Let's predictive. Okay. Let's bury them in tags forever. I don't think this bite is going to get used. Let's... I don't think they can afford to get through this ping no matter what. So I'm going to advance, and then put this Oracle in a new remote. Why did they trash? Yeah, you shouldn't trash it. You just got to leave it. Technically, I could leave a Hollow Man there, but you just got to tank that. An untrashed Behold is a nice place to put a Hollow Man. Come on, grab one of these oracles. What did they grab back? They added Creative Commission back. Okay, we're doing bizarre economy plays. I'm happy to trash a card. I don't think I need Vegalith. I don't think I need 2 Oppos. I also don't think I need to search for an operation this turn. Now I'm not giving you card draw, you can take money. I'll draw 2. Okay, how am I playing this? I want to big Oppo this turn. And I want to put something down. So let's do server 2. And put the Amaze in server 2. And big Oppo. Small Oppo because I'm not at the vet 3. That's fine. Search for an operation? Yeah, I will. I'll find the end of the line. This is tough. They're kind of keeping a very good pace up on us. If they have a running height, it'll be a really good play here. Because they can use the Fermenter money and clear tags. Trash a card. I think we have to trash the Rego. Could just trash from the top. But I think the Rego is too slow now. Search for an operation. I think I want money so I can like put the next big thing and the Hollow Man and a money card and play my, like a hedge fund or something like that so that I can afford to do everything. So let's grab predictive ideal maybe. No, predictor is fine. Checking archives, they get some Nurse Handrel, that's all very good. Yeah, still got 2 Burning Hearts left, so we got a long way to go. Crew, eh? Server 2. Server 2. I think I want to gain 3 credits here. Alright, let's see whether we got it. I can use this pivot for another big uppo if they steal this, which they, I guess, will. I guess I didn't need to put the Hollow Man in this server. I could have put it on HQ. That was actually better. Or even on the Think Tank, because they probably think this is like Behold. Now, this is awkward because any agenda now is going to be very close to just winning outright. And that one needs a Hollow Man to work. Pivot costs 2, but then I can also play a... I could just draw then big Oppo. There are no more 2 pointers left. Oh yeah, we only run 3 2-pointers. They do need to steal 2 more agendas. R&D has the next big thing and a tank left. Wow. That's crazy. I could like draw YDL, put a bite in server 2. Or an Oracle. I think I was paying. It's free. Let's draw 2 cards. One, 2 should do the job. Everything else I need. You can take Oracle. Well, you can't really take Oracle. But if you run, then you take another tag, and then yeah, you can take Oracle. And we didn't hit the other cards, so we're good to go. Obviously, if they run here, then they run one of these. That's bad. But I think they're just going to be responsible and clear tags. Okay. I can just score this. Oh, I could big up with them because they're actually poor now. I do have a big upper in the bin, right? No, I've used all my uppers. Let's put an Oppo back. Put an Oracle Think Tank back. Did they not steal or trash anything? Surely Oppo's live. Do they really not steal or trash anything? I guess not. Huh. Okay, well that's bad for us. Well, let's do this. I guess just you on R&D. You're just going to get crude, but crude requires taking a tag. Chastushka makes sense. I can technically shuffle my whole hand back with next big thing. But we're just getting beaten to death, eh? We can't present a scoring threat fast enough, and these tags have not stuck at all. Yeah, Oppo wasn't live, because they just Sabo. Sabo doesn't count for trashing cards, because we trash the cards. Interesting. This might be a tough matchup. Just because SR Money is ridiculously good. They are breaking this. This will let us fire a last click bite, which could end the game. Okay. Well, turns out I'm actually the best to ever do it, I believe, is the fact of the matter. Okay, never mind. I'm the best. There we go. Now, what's the copy pasta from? We were pleasantly surprised that Reality Plus created fun and engaging matches on both sides. Yeah, that was a fun and engaging match. I should have lost and then I won. That's fun. Oh, goodness me. We were like literally out of deck. We had 4 cards left. Crazy. Whenever you use this next big thing counter, I always forget about my next big thing counters. Literally, I always forget about them. I'm not sure if I should have used it at all, but... Fun. Okay. Oh, man. Well, like, drawing 2 and gaining 2 was pretty good. I think my plan C might have been just to install the next big thing naked on the board and hope they don't check it, and then move the Hollow Man over to it at some point. Yes, that was the last ditch attempt. The fact is we were running out of things that could have been trapped, so I think most things were going to get checked. But yeah, if I don't have any other way to win, I've got to start doing stuff like that. The ice is definitely questionable. The ping is crazy good until it's not, right? But so far I haven't felt the need to like change this deck. It's won everything in ways that are varying degrees of reasonable. Oh man, some good games. The version of this deck I was trying was using Doomskull over Tsarevna, but I think they're pretty similar. Yeah, Doomskull I think is perfectly fine. It's extremely cheap as R plus if you get the face check, but unlike Tsarevna, the face check isn't like guaranteed, whereas Tsarevna always has a face check. But both are probably kind of similarly good to each other in that they're both pretty average, but maybe fine. This hand is fine? Question mark. Ice is nice. Beholder's nice, but it's not really much, is it? So let's mulligan, see if we can find something a little juicier. Let's just put an Oracle within a maze. And then ping HQ. I'm going to gain 2 credits. I'm going to try and kill them. I'll do a free oppo, 5 tags. You can clear 1 with Solidarity. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't want their Solidarity badge counter. They missed it anyway. I should just be trying to find kill. But I guess I could take this time to like score points also. And then we just draw 2 with this. You can have it, just give me my my pivot, my kill punishment. Okay. Let's predictive, find the kill. Nope. Let's YDL. This has suddenly become a very weird game. And I should probably spin back my agendas. So Revnid can draw me 2, which is super nice. Obviously this could just hit. Okay. Oh, goodness me. I don't know if I can put links in there, but... Oh, goodness me. Okay. Ben has shouted out the next big thing counter that I once again forgot. Okay, I'm never going to stop forgetting it, but you are welcome to keep reminding me. That is a very reasonable form of backseating because it is entirely my fault that I don't look at that. Imagine Bologna, now you're cooking. Unban Bologna and MBM becomes genuinely unstoppable. A lot of things would feel pretty unbeatable with Bologna, including just every Epiphany list. Degrima would be okay also, yeah. Just like anything that does not allow for this. Dagrima wouldn't be better than Bologna. I think Bologna is better, actually. Because, like, Bologna would stop just more things in more situations. I think. Bologna's also better on score by a lot. But both are superior to next big thing. No question about that. No question about that. Okay, so that was bad, but I think seeing like 7 points in 7 accesses is unlucky because I don't think our density is that bad. So I'm going to call that variance. And we trundle onwards with no changes, but after this one I'm going to make some changes, I promise. And then this is not standard. Maybe should be on Sam. MBT is actually blank in my hands. Well, Sam is also blank in everyone's hands in MVN, right? Because I don't even want to raise Serevna with it, really. What's the inf in this list? It's just all kill. There's 2 snares, there's 1 end of the line, there's a pivot, and there's 2 mindscapings. So it's not a vegan list at all. So there were a lot of things we could have drawn that killed the runner there, but we did not find them. It's possible that the better lists are vegan lists. They just run shipments from Vlad, and then the influence is on like real ice, because the MBN ice is terrible. I think part of the appeal of this list is that I don't need to run it. I can run traps instead of ice as kind of just a replacement. But it is running traps instead of ice is not an especially resilient strategy. The MBN ice is just truly ass. But we could have a look at some like more vague lists and just say that like occasionally getting 2 clicks and 2 credits is so, say 2 draws of 2 credits is so insanely good that it doesn't matter that our deck is not all in on tags. We're running fundamentally good ice like Messner Chestvo, maybe like Npot. Actually like MBN ice that is at or above rate. And we can see if we can play a more vague like scoring list like that. I don't know. I tried some kill lists in R+ and found them kind of bad, but I'm not a good deck builder at all. Traps and ice is just not enough to keep runners out consistently. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. A cool guy 12321. They call it the perfect hand. Any questions? I can play cohort then too. I currently have 1 imp floating. If I could find a second imp floating, I could play a cohort, but like, I don't know if I really want a cohort. I think even though it's the perfect hand, I'm going to mulligan it just so that we have an interesting game rather than the clear stomp that was going to be. We're doing this, and this. Back to you, buddy. Try and defend yourself against me. Maybe I don't need Ice HQ against Transfer, because Transfer doesn't matter. Underdome Irregulars, holy. Remove 1 tag. I'm going to probably gain 2 credits. No point in drawing 2 tags into a draw, into like an access. Come on, buddy. Trash this, and no ice is going to get res, so your Underdome's going to look pretty sad. You can sell it to Knick Knack. That's the best thing for it. They trashed a regolith from R&D? No, dude. You need your money like that. You can't be doing all that. I'm just going to gain 2 credits, I think. Draw 2 cards is fine. I don't need this money. Yeah, also like if they do float these tags, which maybe they need to just because they're poor, it gives me like outs. Mystic Mamie. Credit. This line I'm not so sure about. Let's find Mindscaping. No Mindscaping. Do I trash Mystic? I mean, I'm more than happy to trash Mystic, to be honest. Which of these do I not need? I could give away the NBT. I could give away the Amaze. The Amaze seems pretty mediocre. We already have one down, for instance. Okay. Now they're just so poor that I can probably install Advances NBT and just like score it. They run Boomerang, maybe they can Boomerang it, but then they're floating more tags. But again, like I don't actually have a kill off this. Yeah, they are Boomeranging it. And I'm going to draw 2 cards. That's Mindscaping. We can do this. Credit, clear tag. Predictive for money? Or predictive for draw so I can try oppo them again? Or I could just next big thing to try and oppo them. These can go back. No oppo. Let's get rid of predictive. MBT into YDL is not bad. Yeah, it's good. Now that's good. But I still need oppo to like follow it up in case they do just like grab it. Come on, how do I find oppo more consistently? Oh gosh. Maybe it's like unsmiling server 3. And then this has like some killing lines, right? Like if they go below 4, I can advance score. If not, I can just like continue to set up. That's fine. On any gaslights, not on gaslights. There's an ambient ID that can find oppo on demand. I don't want to play that one. I could run gaslights. That's a legit idea. How do I turn this into a win? I can't just leave this here, so I'm going to score this turn. Gain 2 credits. I could just nuke them for 4 cards, but that seems like a pretty bad use of my time. I could trash Knick-Knack, or I could just replace an ice. I think replacing an ice makes the most sense. Man, this agenda is so ridiculous in R+. So everyone advances kill 2, but with tomorrow's it's still awkward. Yeah, 1 tag is not great to kill off of. I will res on Smiling, even though it gives them money, because I get to decide whether I give them the 2 credits after they decide if they're going to like boomerang it or something. It's also very cheap for me to do this. So they have decided not to use Barry at all. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Should I draw 2 more cards? No, I should gain credits. I should draw 2 cards with Sereven, it's free. Yes, now I found my upper. And now they're dead. Cool, done. Yeah, it's I'm not sure if this deck is like great. It's gonna win games until people figure out what it is. But I'm not sure if this is resilient. What do you guys think? Is this am I winning because it's just like cheese that people aren't ready for, or is this like a half decent idea, like a half decent deck? I think this deck is the definition of a Swiss killer. Oh yeah, you're getting to cut with this for free. Assuming that like it's not an extremely known quantity, you're getting to the cut for free. Do you win any games in the cut with this though? I'm winning off the opponent's mistakes rather than anything proactive. Yeah, and that's the thing with like the Hollow Man's a great card in factions that can really afford to use it and can do unfair things with it. But like it's the only thing we have that can score agendas. And all of our agendas are very hard to actually score out. And we don't have like a proactive way to give tags. It requires a mistake from our opponent. We don't have false lead. Shipment better than Hollow? Well, like Shipment runs into the problem of like if they're floating tags, we should win anyway. So like in some decks, Shipment is better than Hollow, but in kill decks, it's not, because the point of Hollow is like if you're not running, I Hollow. If you do run, I kill you with tag punishment. But at the moment, like Hollow is not so efficient for our needs. Maybe I need more resilient ice, and then I can build up an actual board state. If they cup dig you for End of the Light, it's probably just over. I do have 2 Mindscaping, so if they float 3 tags, I can still kill from 5. So I don't need the End of the line. And I should be able to score out is the idea. Like I do have to present a split threat. Like if all New Vang did was threaten and measured, it wouldn't be very good. The reason it's good is because it's really efficient at scoring and it's really efficient at killing you. This deck is really efficient at killing you. It's going to be hard not to die if you're having to interact with it, but I currently don't believe that this forces you to interact with me very much. So let's try building a more asset-y version that can create more complicated board states that actually require more of the runner. So I'm half decent at building asset decks. I can do this. We're doing all Reality Plus. Okay. So what I like in asset decks, I like Wage Workers because it is a 2-inf way to score out pretty efficiently. It costs a shed load to trash, and if they trash it, which they kind of have to do, it turns on Oppo, which makes me want to play Crypto Crash, because if I can score out a 4 advancement card, I want it to be Crypto Crash, because it's the only good one you're allowed to play at the moment. They took the one that actually I wanted to play away from me. how should you play into this as runner? Don't do anything until they're actually threatening like Hollow Man scoring, and then you interact, or just like send centrals if that's what you've got, and just win off centrals. But usually, just like don't let them just get free oppos. Don't try and grab the stink tanks and whatnot. Don't let them res their ice, and then just only interact when it actually is forced upon you. Because like if I have to score out my agendas, my stupid like think tanks, I don't want to score out think tank. So yeah, if there's advancement on cards, it has to be agendas. There's no traps that look like anything else. I could run checklist, I guess, so I install advance looks more reasonable, but I don't know. That seems maybe bad. So the ping is the best asset ice in the game, especially played out of R+. Obviously we're doing this. Obviously we're doing this. Other than that, I want... It's kind of like silly tracing Thule deck. Yeah, it's like, if they're not causing a problem, don't worry about it too much. They don't do much proactive, so just sit back and only respond. I don't want to do Oracle so much in this deck, but I might have to just because I need agenda points from somewhere. Embedded's fine. And then maybe we're just doing all 2-pointers for agenda density reasons, like 2 remastered editions maybe. It's a bit sus, but maybe this is okay. This is like the hardest to steal. Let Them Dream with a bunch of other 2-pointers is not as good. And I really want more influence in this list because we're going to be doing assets. Also going to be doing Shipment. 2 Shipment and 1 card is called IP. Is going to be our punishment. And we can fetch that with embedded reportings if we really need to. Then for assets, the ones we actually want include 3 Magistrate. I think Magistrate's important for us here because we're forcing them to score 4 of our agendas with all 2-pointers. We're going to do, I think Public Access Plaza is like maybe a 2 of. Is going to be fine. It's not great. It's not bad. I think we are doing federal fundraising and balance coverage. I'm going to go too many cards, and then we can trim down a little bit. Cohort, yep, absolutely. I would like 2 cohorts probably. I would like probably fully operational. And maybe what drafters. How much influence do I have? I've got 1 influence left, goodness me. Drafters 2, right? Now I'm over. Maybe I don't need fully ups. Maybe just like R+ money is good enough that I should be doing other things. Maybe 3 cohorts. And then I've got 3 inf. I can figure that out. We're doing flop. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that's actually not what our board state looks like. I still want 3 oppos. And I still want... ways to give tags. So ice is a way to give tags. This time I'm probably okay with some Doom Scrolls. Like 2 Doom Scrolls in a draft is plenty of sentries. Vlad Grid could be a good call. I like Starlit Night as a one-off also. Maybe not. Maybe we don't need Starlit Night. Well, one of is fine. The only code gate that does anything is the tag one, VSA. That's probably a 3 of. And now we're looking pretty okay. Got loads of cohorts, loads of balance coverages, loads of federals, 3 inf left. Bit suspicious of balance coverage in non-epiphany. Yeah, I'm just, like, we have 19 assets and like what, 10 ice, 6 operations. There's like 50% chance we get asset every time. And if we maybe it's bad. None. We need more money, I think. Maybe we don't, but maybe we do. Use the inf for LTDs. Didn't mean to fire emoji. Let Them Dream doesn't invoke the fire emoji. Let Them Dream is a great card. I don't know if it's a fire emoji card. I think I agree with that assessment. It's not that exciting. At this point, you're just doing Epiphany and another ID. Yeah. Epiphany's good. Epiphany's really, really good. And I think this might be better. Maybe. There's a lot of figuring things out to do. I'm intrigued by the idea of like I could put Hollow Man in here, or I could put something like Business as Usual. Like 2 of these and 2 of like some Vlad grids. And then like a powers, and we really just do like Epiphany. Now we've got too many cards. We've got 2 too many cards. Probably don't need these federal fundraisings. Federal fundraising can be a one-off. No Vegos and no Operation Econ is bold. Probably want a couple of Bs. I don't know if we want Bs that much, because I want our assets to kind of be pushing us forward. B is cool and does unique things, but if they're floating tags, I think unlike Epiphany, if they're floating loads of tags like that, we should be able to do something about it. Hi Gyro. Point is, Epiphany's text by extension Stoke is really important for getting to 7. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to figure this out, because like we're gonna have a lot more econ than all that, but like maybe with wage workers and cohort, we actually are getting to 7. Like we can score out the agendas we play, and we have an amount of fast advance if we can stick like a Vlad grid. We've got these remastered editions that can help us out. I think we can maybe get to 7. 1 Gaslight for tag punish. I don't know. A 1 of to find stuff. We're a 40 card deck. The point of being a 40 card deck is we don't need to tutor for these things. I think I'm going to try and avoid putting tutoring in. Lamplighter on an asset server is good. Yep, Lamplighter is very reasonable. I think, is it better than Doomskull? Maybe it is better than Doomskull. Doomskull's kind of mediocre. Okay, I'll play Lamplighter over. This might be bad. This might just be like doing things for no reason, but I'll try this. We've got 3 tag punish operations. We don't need a Gaslight. Yeah, so like we've got 3 cards that are all very strong tag punishment of things in a deck that should draw really fast and has basically no cards in it, right? Doomskull mediocre. I think it's quite good. It's okay. It's okay. If you can get a face check on it, it's great. If not, it's like fine. Lamplighter is 1 cheaper. And like, I guess you can walk through it for 3, but I think, yeah. Maybe Doomskull's better. It's 1 more, but you actually get the trigger off of it. Okay, let's do Doomskull for now. If we're not happy with it, because it doesn't end the run, we can consider whether it's... Let's try this. Looks maybe a bit nonsense, but... what are we calling it? Budget Epiphany? Epiphany at home? Oh, let's give it a go, hey? I play Vego over Pap. Maybe. With Wage Workers, Vego's like gets a little bit of extra juice, but I want to try Public Access Plaza. I think it's decent, but I guess there's a lot of time that is not threat 2. But any agenda is threat 2, so maybe that's not true. You chose any side? You're right, I did. Thank you. Burst econ is nice. It will be a lot of econ, but like we shouldn't need that much econ to like do things. All of our stuff is cheap. Oppo costs us 5 credits. We're not even running like predictives or hedge funds. Actually, we are very poor. We're relying very heavily on our text to carry us through. We got cohorts. Cohorts have a lot of money if they stick, which I guess we can't guarantee. So yeah, maybe. But I think we have a lot of things that I'd be happy to jam. I also wonder if there's something like a Makoto Langit grid or something like that, because we have a lot of stuff that costs money to we want it to cost a lot to trash and also costs a lot to res, and we want to res it on weird times like Magistrate with Revanchule. But I don't know. Maybe that's cards that do nothing. Makoto is kind of never right. It always seems like it might be. 45th card energy. Yeah, I mean, we're picking the best 44 cards in the game, and Makoto Langit is in the discussion. Maybe something's gone wrong. Oh, Vic. Oh dear. I think we lost. But we can find out. There's a keep, at least. Yeah, we may have lost due to the fact that MBN wasn't balanced enough. Okay, we won actually. Andre doesn't like this play, and that's because he's a coward who is not a real jammer. If you watch his stream. I could put this on HQ, or I could put this in front of Wage Workers. Do I care about transfer? Transfer makes me lose 1. I don't want to lose 1. I don't want them to gain 6 either. They don't have it? That's a good point, actually. That is a very good point. I would love to trash a card to gain 2. I would love to install in a new emote. Res. New emote. Server 4. Last click I can draw. Sell out. We sold our 4-cost card for 3 credits. Now that's a bargain. Daily cast, you're gonna get your dream net value. Where are you running? Where are you gonna run to? See, you should jam with Wage Workers. If you ever miss your Wage Workers click, you are wasting everyone's time. Table Crypto will be juicy if they don't run it. They have DreamNet, so I'm gonna wait for them to prove that they're not gonna make runs before I decided that's reasonable. So that's pretty meh here. Yeah, like you could get the best cards in your deck with the thing. This is why sellouts. So that would be a lot better if Class Act actually didn't have text and it was just draw 4. But the text on this actually is pretty good. Half the time it draws you sometimes quite a substantially better card. Cohort is going to trash this crypto. We're not quite ready for crypto yet. cohort's going to trash shipment. We're not quite ready for shipment yet. New emote, remastered, new emote, draw. So we've had no R+ procs, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Pennies haver. Bro has pennies. Well, that's going to be a lot of credits over this game. I would love to raise a virtual service agent to make you lose a credit, which actually doesn't, but it gives you a tag, which is very nice. I think I want credits. Assume they clear here. One nice thing is that I don't need that much tag punishment, because if they aren't clearing tags, they're going to lose pretty quick. And I think I just triple advance this. How am I spending these cohorts? I really want to use them to advance, because advancing on by myself is expensive. Then I can like click 3 to draw and then advance the remastered myself. Wage workers value, like I could. The wage workers value is I'm going to triple draw and then advance as remastered, I think. This PAP is pretty good now. The money will be actually nice. Magistrate is still important. IP enforcement's not going to work. Vlad's a bit expensive, and we have this counter now, so we don't really need to be doing Vlad grid stuff. I haven't trashed any of our cohorts yet, so they are just ticking along real nice. And if they're going to let this fire every turn, I guess they're going to break it with Cat's Cradle, actually. Which costs them like nothing. This is a deck well situated to beat ours, but I'm not sure that it will. Because we kind of had a nuts draw, and maybe this deck is just the source. I have 2 more oppos in my deck, and if they don't trash anything here, which they probably won't, they trash Magistrate from HQ. Okay, noted. These cohorts, let's trash this Starlit Night, because I don't think this is going to be very useful. This cohort can trash this Public Access Plaza, it's not as good. And this one can trash Oppo, is pretty mediocre here. Hey, the second Oppo, the first one's good. I think I really want the drafter still. Let's do Server 5, Magistrate, Oppo. And do I want to draw 2 cards? I think I'll gain 2 credits. No, I'll draw 2 cards. Obviously, that's a bit sus drawing into an open HQ when they have a Docklands pass and can get into HQ, but it's probably fine. You're going to pay 3? Oh, they pay 3 for the crypto crash. Are you going to run and trash my Magistrate, go down to 2 creds? Or are you gonna... they're gonna flip my damned cards, which is fine. Get you back, and I probably want this Oppo back. Okay. So this cohort can trash you. This cohort can flip you to advance. And this one can trash you just to get a bit more money. I don't need this drafter. Maybe the IP enforcement is not needed, really. But I've already lost one shipment, so maybe this is better. And now I can advance, advance, advance. Score Crypto Crash. And then I can jam tomorrow. Oops, sorry. Okay, no, there's a proper way to do this. You undo the click. You do advance. You do play this. You res it. You score this Crypto Crash. You stack your Magistrate and your Crypto Crash. They lose 10. They don't have 10, but we still feel okay about it. And then we jam this from hand and let them take... Yeah, we could let them take the embedded from hand, I guess. And we just jam this instead of 5. Spin Doctor Stranded in Archive. That's fine, I don't care. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. I don't think Estevado works the way they think. This has to be centrals. Yeah, they probably thought that this could just like get into here, but it's not going to work like that. Cohort is pretty insane when you stick 3 of them, right, guys? Okay, they're going to want to trash Magistrate. It actually makes some sense. Because otherwise, it's going to be pretty bad for them. Do I win here? I win here, right? Do you guys see the line? 1 face down in Archives. Cohort, trash, you. Cohort, flip, you. Cohort, flip, you. We're going to advance, score, embedded, because we're going to summon it out with the powers. Then we're going to advance, advance, and we actually have another click. We can also flex on them using this hosted advancement counter to over-advance this. We didn't even need the wage workers click. That could have been a 4-2. It's kind of cinema. And that was Vic too. Should have Crypto Clash to flex? Yeah, maybe I should have Crypto Clash to flex. So that's a good point. It's kind of cinema. Wait, I mean, was it a high roll to draw and play the 3 cohorts behind ice with the wage workers? No, I think that's the expected result, and that'll happen in all your games. You have the dull bulb guarantee. Pro tip: open with cohort. Would this list be better than Epiphany? No. Like they didn't really steal or trash that much. So I don't think we would have gotten that many counters, and the reason this was crazy fast is because we were a 40 card deck. Like this is way smaller than Epiphany would be. We saw all of our influence early because like it's only influence. It's influence all the way down. Like our deck is just influence. And like we did get value off the R plus triggers, but not that much. Actually, like twice we got it. But I think this was maybe better than Epiphany. I'll play it again, that's for sure. It was kind of awesome. How are you guys all doing? All good? Ooh, Sebastian. I'm going to get a lot of triggers, hey? I also think this hand is pretty good. Starlet's pretty bad into like Crew or something like that. VSA is perfectly fine. I think this hand is too good not to keep. But man, they're going to get a lot of triggers. Yeah, this is going to be a weird one. I think this hand is good, so I'll keep it. But I'm not too sure how to play it. BAU. It could be good for Audrey, because this does have other text on it. What lives on HQ? This gives 2 tags, which is more than Seb wants to take. So I'd be okay if they face check this and I res it basically for 3 and then they take 2 tags. Huh. Now, this is pretty expensive for them to trash, but they kind of have to while they're here. Yep. Clearing these tags is going to cost an amount. This Manuel is not very good tempo. Hey, babes. Fiance is home. Which is bad news for people who want a long double stream. Very bad news. I think we res this just a duck. They're sitting in a lot of tags here. Are they really going to take a 3rd tag this turn? They will to take the agenda. And then they're just going to try and lock, huh? Is next turn just going to be like credit, remove Manuel by trashing like BAU or something like that? Credit, Oppo is okay. Just thoroughly bury them. Like a Seb text only triggers when it's the first tag they take. It's not just every tag. So they were not going to get another Seb trigger until they get down to 0, which is going to take them a seriously long amount of time. I'm just going to draw trash resource gain credit. I think I'm just going to trash this BAU. I think the VSA is a pretty big deal. I think that's going to be useful as. I don't know how they get out of this credit hole. So they're just reaching for agendas. Talking about this, the Essa versus Thule matchup in chat. Yeah, I don't. People get excited about that sort of matchup. I find it really lame because what the matchup actually is do you hit the ontos or do you not? And nothing else actually matters. Everything else is just a crapshoot. This I think is worth doing because I get the credits back if they face check it. But man, some tag, like a shipment for this crypto crash could be pretty good sometime soon. Unless if they ever get their credits up. An optimistic botulus, I mean, it basically deletes my Starlit Knight. When we're at threat 4, this might have too many end the runs to actually do anything though. I think this is gain 2 credits. So they're all in tag me. Given that I do have the IP enforcement, I don't think this is going to work very well. Yeah, I mean, maybe at some point I purge, but currently there's no end the ones on the Starlit Knight, but when something comes through it, there's going to be a lot. Maybe this Vlad grid can just live on server 1, or I can just take a credit. If they credit run, then I get a free VSA res, but they can trash the cohort, which is something. Full on tag me seems like a strange choice. Yeah, I mean, you don't always have a choice at all, right? Okay. Do I just draw 2 so I can duck it a bit? Maybe. I want to draw 2 so I can have more options also. I guess they can just trash my cohort. Yeah, this was probably poorly thought out. I can oppo them now, credit oppo. But yeah, it's kind of the tag punishment waiting room, right? Oppo's kind of dead at this point. Well, it's free to play, so it's not dead, but yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. I assume that they're just never going to clear tags. They crow in this? Oh, they're taking a tag off this. I will gain 2 credits, absolutely. Doomskull's pretty good. I'm happy to have Doomskull now. Starlit Night is still blank, but one day. Need that 2x Mindscaping? Yeah, I mean, it's if we weren't vegan, we'd be drawing pretty aggressively now, but we are. I think it's fine. I think we just get to take our sweet time, right? Katorga Breakout is giving us a lot of money here. I think I want 2 credits. What are they getting? Transfer, maybe? Okay, I could like... develop a board of some kind? This wage workers means that I can do the crypto crash thing. I will gain 2 credits. Ping HQ for transfer. I mean, yeah, but like I need to start doing something at some point. Otherwise I actually will draw agendas and eventually maybe lose. Whereas this ping over here actually cannot be broken by anything at the moment. It could be more botuluses or something, but... do I want any of these? I think I want them back in the deck, yeah. I want cohorts back in the deck. Now, Crypto Crash is going to ruin his life here. Maybe we should have left a something or other in our archive so that I can get it. Oh, trashing the wage, sure. Shipment is nice. Shipment can get the wage back. But it can also do anything. How many tags are we hitting this game? I don't look too closely at it. It's just infinite. I could do Federal. I could do Shipment over on server 4. Bring them down to 0 credits. Sounds okay. Get something back. The obvious issue is that like maybe I would rather powers and then like fast advance with this shipment so I can actually win. But maybe it's just like tempo. And I think I want Drafter back. Maybe new emote. Or maybe HQ. And then something like a public access plaza and server 4 sounds okay too. could trash this Manuel, but currently I don't care about it too much. I don't think this Doom Scroll is easy to deal with. Money's on 19 tags. Someone thinks we can break 20. We're only at 12, guys. Ooh, hello. Hello. I just want to take some credits. Because this is going to be a big deal. Currently, it installs and places the counters. We can score out a 3-2 unconditionally, but without like a wage workers or something else, or cohort. I guess cohort is a silly side of turn. It won't do anything, but a Vlad grid with an advancement on it will do something. Tricky. Yeah, IP does. Yeah, IP enforcement does take us away from the 20 goal, which it will make chat very sad. Let's draw. Try and find something good. I could install and advance the Vlad grid, but if it's just behind Starlit Knight, it doesn't really matter too much. Let's see what options I can get here. Okay, I don't think we can do Federal this game because Audrey, we don't want to feed Audrey. I want business as usual and a shipment back in. We're just going to loop shipment over and over again. Tabling the embedded seemed okay. Didn't have an ice for it. I guess if we put it down, it gets Starlit Knight to threat 4, which becomes completely unbreakable, which is pretty cool. So maybe it does actually just get to threat 4. But I want to keep things nice and safe. So let's go server 5, advance, gain credit. Or maybe I should just like put a Doom Scroll in front of it. But no, let's not get too greedy. Starlit can be broken by a single crew though. Yeah, that's true. Actually, maybe I shouldn't put too much stock in this because it's going to disappear pretty soon. If they destroy this Doom Scroll, it's like fine. They're definitely not going to let it fire because it's too much damage. Okay, they find a remastered. They can now remove with their Solidarity badge. They didn't get an Audrey counter, which is nice. So I get to... I could either take one of their remasters, or I can score out my own agenda. Simply installing and resing Magistrate also is like unbeatable, right? Let's just do this. Because, yeah, they just can't steal agendas now from anywhere. We're at 12. How are you guys still feeling good about 19 or 20? Because we're not done. Okay, this is annoying because they get an Audrey counter. But an Audrey counter is not going to get through Starlight Knight anytime soon. I guess I didn't need to res the VSA one. Okay, now I can just duck. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly and surely. We're getting there. Emphasis on surely. That's the important thing. Ooh, the Valentina. Holy. And the Amanuensis. Let's go. I could just triple advance this. They go lose a credit. I could double advance and then play the cohort so I can get some money back. But no, I'm just going to triple advance it, score. They can lose the credit. You can over advance and choose a shipment. Shipment? Yeah. They can't afford to steal anything here, so that's fine. The reason I didn't do that is because now I can... Oh, it's because shipment was already on top, for one thing. But I want to IP enforcement to remove 2 tags. Oh, can I afford this? And then it's going to be advance. Yeah, I can afford this. Good luck, Sebas. 14 tags. Oh, we can't be removing tags. Yeah, we're losing the goal. We're losing sight of the bigger picture here. And the next term, we're going to get the public access credit so that we can shipment. We could actually just credit shipment, credit crypto shipment, but I think we're pretty well locked into this one, fellas. We've got basic action Seb over here. I mean, you literally can't steal agendas. You can trash things for Audrey, but like, you and what credits, right? Okay, we're doing bizarre things. These were the tense games that the SVT did a couple of, and then before like sending this into our world. Well, we got an insane amount of MBN credits of R plus credits. Unfortunately, I dragged you down to Amiga 14, and then there was tag removal synergies over here. So you guys got a bit unlucky. Yeah, so they're saying 21 accesses, unique cards should be enough to win, but actually our agenda suite is kind of really good against losing because they need to steal four different agendas, which is not usually the case. They need to steal 8 points rather than 7. So a 21 is actually probably about average for this deck. And also on top of that, a lot of them were fake accesses because of Magistrate. And because I can make them go -2 points at any time with the IP enforcement as well, they would have actually needed to steal 5 agendas. So I'm going to briefly consult with my fiance whether playing another game is a reasonable thing to do. Babes, can I play another game? One more? Chat is just...
How long will it take?
How long will it take? Not that long. It's only 44 cards in the deck.
It takes like an hour. It's 10:15.
One more. One more is reasonable. Magistrate does in fact make you pay taxes. Yeah, Magistrate makes you pay the taxes. Well, technically it's optional, like all taxes. But if you don't do it, you suffer the consequences, also like all taxes. It really captures the beauty of life. Turn 17. Yeah, that game took a really long time because we were both making each other incredibly broke. Despite the fact they gave me a lot of credits, I was still broke. Let's just run it straight back. I enjoyed that game quite a lot. I like that deck quite a lot. Felt powerful, right? I'm doing casual. Have we built the best deck here? Like the best deck in the world? Maybe. We're doing save replay. We're doing corp. We're doing live. Nude ban list. Tax evasion isn't about the money, it's how it makes you feel. I think, yeah, tax evasion should be like an archetype, right? Like it's a vibe. Do things, yeah, executives do kind of represent the inevitable. FUT as in like death and taxes with Magistrate. I like it. Also, hello, D-Leaf. I liked your short about coming dead last at the tournament. I thought that was awesome. We're trying R plus, and it's been going really well. As much as a lot of the games I felt like my deck was shaky, I've not really lost them. I've saved them all, so I can look at my stats. Win, win, win. Loss, win, win. So we're 5-1. Maybe there's something to this. You're the best at coming dead last. No one really does it like you. That's true. There's much to be learned. We all have a little something we can teach, right? Because I mean, I've never done it. I've never come last. Wouldn't even know where to start. Actually, speaking of teaching, one of my students, one of the people who was coaching, got an insane placement at the tournament that they went to, the mega cities they went to in America, and I'm very, very, very happy. Like I had a bad placement on the weekend, but then I saw that and I was like, it's all worth it. It's all good. Okay, ESSA again will be another tough one. This one's going to be like, haha, you have a 40 card deck. I think this is a mile. I don't have much to do with this. This is better. We can make this work. I don't think ESSA trashes wage workers on turn 1, meaning that we jam and we res it. Andre, watch and learn. This is how, I'm going to teach you to be a real jammer. Ooh, it's disgusting. We're going to install and res Spin Doctor. Ooh, okay, we're change of plans, we're not real jammers. We're going to ice HQ, and we're going to lose these bad agendas. Never mind. We are not real jammers. Andre, I apologize for anything I've ever said to you. I think we res Starlet for 3 credits. It draws them 2. Draws them 2, but it gives them 2 tags. So they're probably not that happy about seeing 2 tags. If they steal here, we get a free Oppo. Okay, well now I wish I hadn't resed. They want 3 tags now. Are they going to triple clear or are they just going to tank it? Damn. Okay, for the free Oppo is going to come in clutch if they do triple clear. But I doubt. It doesn't really make much sense to triple clear in this board state, I think. Okay, never mind. What do I know? Okay, so I unfortunately cannot install and res the wage workers and make a play that makes any sense, but I can install it. So I will install it. I will install this too, and then I will gain 2 credits. Wage Federal Opera. It's perfect. It's a good turn. Now, I'd love to get this drafter installed. This is going to give me an extra card draw, which is going to be really nice. That's all fantastic, and it's going to stay in this order because I want these cards now. Where's this protecting? Could be archives, obviously. Could be cohort for the long term. It kind of draws attention to where if I put it. So maybe I just gain a credit. Or I just draw or install spin to keep it like an equal board state. I mean, make it harder to read. Because if I protect the cohort, they can just run it. And it might look like a pig or something that's free for me. I think it looks enough like a ping that I'm happy just doing this and hoping that they don't run it and try and trash the cohort. Also, if they trash the cohort, it's pretty expensive. But yeah, this is a good board state for Public Access Plaza. It's completely untrashable and will be a very relevant creditor turn, I suspect. Install spin IMO? Nah, it's fine. We've got to spin down. We're good. Now this is a very bad econ start from our friend over here. Let's cohort, let's federal.
Do you know where my earphones are?
I think we can trash a shipment from Vlad because Vladislavsk is overpopulated, frankly. So let's do it like this. Yes, draw to the extra card. Yes, trash a card. Yeah, like this. Did I draw the extra card from Fed? I did. And then I trashed it, and then I made a mentary draw. Why do I have so few cards? I feel like I should have an extra card. No, I was at 1. Okay, no, I don't, because cohort doesn't go up cards, of course. Let's pop spin. Shuffle in some agendas. Install res spin. I don't know what I need to protect. Probably archives is the most relevant thing. Or maybe just a new remote and then like Vlad grid or something like that. Maybe I just draw. Maybe I just play that. There's a lot of must trashes on the board right now. Fast money seems bad again here, but they've only got 2 clicks left. You can draw 4 because if you spend the 2 clicks playing cards, I get to keep my board most likely. Unless this gives you, obviously, like run events, but I don't know. It's pretty close in this case, I think. If I can ping up in front of this cohort, I'll be pretty happy too. We don't have like any single tag punishment aside from our ID text. Probably that's okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm too bothered by that fact. Finality is ripped. I can trash a Vlad grid. Grabs a crypto from me. That's annoying, but it turns on Oppo. Big Oppo if I want to, but that might be unviable. And a crypto. Noted, noted. That's bad for me. Okay, let's do federal first. Cohorts, Vlad grids, public access plazas. Don't need the public access plazas anymore. It's a bit late for that. So let's keep this one safe. Let's draw these 2. That way I can... Oh, wrong one. Do I take it back? No, I'll just keep going, whatever. Trash, I don't need this cohort anymore. Trash, I don't need this public access plaza anymore. And we're going to go... Are we using wage workers this turn for like triple install Oppo, small Oppo? Or do I really want to get this big Oppo down? I really want big Oppo. But I also want to triple install. But we're only going to be able to small up unless I do this, but then I can't afford to raise ping. Hey Peter, I'm playing NBN poorly. That's what I'm up to. But everything's going well. Are they tagged me? Maybe they are. Check the shipment back. Sending finality for the last point makes a lot of sense. I can't really do anything about this, but there's not that many points in the deck, so it's not guaranteed to hit. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting situation now. Cohort. Let's do federal first. IP enforcement is interesting. That makes me want to tag him a lot more. I could IP enforcement. The Tomori's headlines are super tempting. Yeah, I could. And then I could, like, if I cohort onto the Vlad, I could score it as well. I want VSA, IP enforcement, doom scroll, done. Draw card, yes. This cohort's going to trash this. This cohort's going to going to get public access Kaza. If I do we have enough tags? We don't have enough tags to use it properly, but we have enough tags to use a bit of it. We can grab the Tomori's headline and install it. We can't place the counter. But if I turn this, I can IP enforcement. I could shipment. One, two, three, four. IP enforcement. Into server 9. Then we res you. Score Tomori's headline, gain 2 credits. Score embedded reporting. It's cinema. It's actually cinema. Maybe this is awesome. Maybe this is the best thing in the world? The best game in the world? Very efficient bio bans. No Ghost Tongue installed yet. I mean, it's not that cheap to do. And if they leave these cohorts up, I can tell you I'm pretty happy. And they're a lot further away from winning now than they were. They got to find 2 more agendas now. No. You're not taking this. You're just tanking this after removing the tag with Buyer? I'm not going to let you steal, so I'm just going to gain 2. No. Surely not. You can't be that certain that this is an agenda. I guess there's a shipment and an IP in the bin. Federal. Yes. Or wage workers can go away to the cohorts. Because I don't think they're ever going to do anything with that. Can keep churning? Yeah, I want to keep churning. VSA or ping? VSA is worse. Let's remastered server 8. Ping. I guess VSA R&D. Ping the wage workers or ping the cohort maybe? Even ping archives, but I guess ping cohort. And then with my wage workers click, I will draw. Hoo-hoo! We are gaming. There's no doubt about that. Okay, that's pretty good. Clearing a tag. I can't believe they tanked that Starlit Knight. That's crazy to me. But this is an efficient buyer. A buyer for remove a tag and spend 4 on trashing is so unbelievably good. I feel like I want to avoid floating tag for now anyway, so I can send Chastushka through Starlit when it shows up. Yeah, like just running. Like if it was Chastushka, sure. Tank 2 tags, do a Chastushka, hope to win quick. Just a single that you don't know is... this PAP money's been really important. Federal? Yes. Crypto Crash, BAU, Vlad. I think this business as usual has been pretty bad. I want to just leave the Crypto Crash like 2 down probably, or do I want it in hand? I probably want it further down. No, because if they sabotage me, I need it in hand to protect. I can't do much with it. Let's do this. This. Done. Draw a card. No. I'll just take it as my mandatory. Well, yes, I'll draw a card. Then cohort to turn. Okay. It's pretty hard for them to get through here because Begamot costs 5. Botulus Run could do it. Running Hot could maybe do it with some lines. These suck. Some S's are on Rising Tide lately. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I was on Rising Tide when I was playing Essa. Because it's just annoying to only have Begamot as your answer. An early game answer actually matters. But you got to be breaking a lot, because with this remastered counter, the last embedded is just GG as well. And 2 tags. Still a shipment on top of the deck. If they don't do anything, I can see like the top like 4 next turn? 3? Oh, it is Botulus Run. Well, that stinks. Magistrate, shipment, embedded. Okay, we found the embedded, we win. Whew. Okay, we needed that. That was a crazy game. That was a tight game. That was the SPT. Was bang on the money. These are crazy. And that one felt like strong enough. I think my opponent made a couple of mistakes, but that was strong enough to be played. You could play this deck at a tournament, I think, and you could win it. Maybe. Was IP Enforcement a win more card this game? Would you rather have... No, I don't think IP Enforcement was a win more card at all this game. I think we were desperately losing until we found IP Enforcement, and then it removed the points from them so they didn't just win here. I don't think it was a win more card at all. Would I rather have Retribution? Nope. We were being threatened by them with 0 cards installed. Retribution and End of the Line would both have been pretty blank. End of the Line, different deck, because it doesn't kill on its own. Retribution, we have the influence for it. The business as usual didn't do anything this game. This maybe could be a Retribution, but overall I don't really think it needs to be. I'm not sure what it should be, but we can figure that out. But yeah, okay. Well, this is pretty good. We're working on it. We'll get there. That will be the last one for tonight. It's pretty late here now. And yeah, I'm going to get to bed. But thank you everyone for joining. It was a fun stream. I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought that I would, to be honest. R+, it's gas. It's going to be pretty miserable when I'm 6 tags deep. But, you know, I have chat to keep me company, so I'm okay. I will see you guys at an undetermined time. Of course, you can turn notifications on to find out when I'm going to be streaming, because that's pretty much the only way. Other than that, you find out 5 minutes before when you see it on your YouTube feed. And yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Goodbye.